Hey, this is Frank Yost. I'm going to talk about the taste of ketone ester and what things you can do to make it taste better. First of all, a quick flashback to how it used to taste. It used to taste vomit-inducing was what was described previously. And Peter Attia on Tim Ferriss's podcast, he talked about how he got the ester and didn't follow the directions on how to mask it, took it, and he was just having images of what happens if he throws up on the table and has to eat it up while all the family is sleeping because it's so thousands of dollars expensive. Like, that is what is ingrained in people's head. We've come a long way from that. First of all, it's much more pure than he had multiple years ago. Second of all, we've done a lot of water and flavor masking onto that, so massive change there. And then more recently, we adjusted the pH, so it's not as acidic, because that's where a lot of that burn comes in. But still, some people actually now say that they actually like it, believe it or not. Veronica Culver talks about, she's like, don't change anything. I like it. So not sure if that's because people get used to it, which people do get used to a bitter flavor. But regardless of getting used to it, there are some people that are super hypersensitive tasters. Not talking about sensitivity on how much ester to take, but just sensitivity on taste. When we had a booth once, a bunch of people were taking it, and the consensus was not bad. Not great. It's not Gatorade. It's not orange juice, but not bad. I can knock it back like a diluted shot of ginger. No big deal. But then that 20th person, 1 person out of 20, this one happened to be Dr. Thomas Seyfried. He takes it and he was just like, oh my God. So there's something in it that just has 1 person out of 20 just hypersensitive. So we're going to talk about different ways to make it taste better. So first of all, this is one of our technical servings, which is 60 mLs of total liquid. Half of it is ketone ester, but just we talk about in terms of total liquid. And we mail the bottle with a measuring tube. So let's say you want to do 10 mLs. Most people will fill it all the way up with water, but some people would rather not have 2 gulps, but rather just fill it up 1-to-1 and make it 1 gulp, because that second gulp, can be that pause in between the 2 gulps is where you can feel it. So some people would rather have 1 gulp and then they have a chaser, and that the best chaser is to have a cold can. First of all, if you want to make it taste better, you chill it. So just like a shot of tequila tastes better cold, so keep it cold. But you can chase it with sparkling water. Notice I said sparkling water. For some reason, the scrub bubbles of the bubbles in sparkling water just helps just clean the palate out. Another thing you can do is pour 10 mLs in here, or you can, this is 5 mLs, by the way. So you can pour 2 of these into a shot glass or a small glass and put sparkling water as what you're going to use to dilute it. And the last technique would be chewing gum. A sugar-free chewing gum afterward helps dissipate it. But again, remember, most people now are just saying, it's really no big deal. The burn has been dropped significantly, and it's no longer, it used to be before 1 drop vomit inducing. I'll try to include a video of the Chili Man tasting an earlier version where he went from raw to an earlier version, and he thought that it was an amazing difference. And now we've come a long way from there. All right, so keep on sending in the questions. You ask a question, and I'll just answer it on here because I'm sure other people are curious. But if you're not buying the ester because you're scared that it tastes too nasty, it's just not. If it is, then email me and say, hey, Frank, I want my money back because it tasted too nasty.